What's up, guys? My name's Theo. I play middle linebacker for the Hilversum Hurricanes. That is in the Netherlands. I live in Amsterdam. That's all in Europe. I play Euroball. That's pretty cool. I am an American. I do speak English. I'm not very good at speaking Dutch. But yeah, so I can. Don't think I'm completely bilingual, but I can get by. Anyways, so this is a Friday video. Every Monday and Friday I put out football videos. We've had a wonky schedule this last couple weeks because of various other things. There have been so many football videos last week, but usually I put them out on Mondays and Fridays because that is when our practices would line up. And so because everything gets filmed the day of and then I publish it the day after. It's just easier to edit. So yeah, Sundays and Thursdays are practices, but now that we're getting into the actual season, it's the Monday videos or whenever is going to be a game day vlog. In fact, coming up this next Monday for the video will be a game day vlog against the Amsterdam Panthers. More about that one in the news section. Every time on the Friday video, I will put out I'll have this little intro, and then I'll do comments from the previous week on all of my football videos, and then I will move into news, and if we were on a normal schedule, I'd be going to practice tonight. So this is probably going to be a short one, but as I like to keep the schedule going, that's how it's going. So on my 5 basic tips for linebackers, Del T Gamer just got put at linebacker. I'm also 100 pounds. Wish me luck. There is no such thing as wishing luck. You will succeed. Linebacker is not a light position. You either succeed or you don't. So there's no wishing luck. It seems stupid, but I don't like to wish luck because that intends that you might think there could be failure, so you want something external to give you stuff. And I'm like, no, the power is within you. One of our, on the weird practice, weird editing from September 22nd, which was last Wednesday, weird week, I did a time lapse of like doing all of practice because I recorded longer than I thought. But one of our receivers, he said he watched it back at 0.25 speed. I'm like, that's still watching practice at 2 times speed. And it was stupidly zoomed in. It was not great. I didn't want to edit it so I just took the 85 minutes and compressed it down. That's it. How long does it take to get all your stuff on? Not that long, actually. If I have everything prepared, I can probably do it really fast. That's from the football uniform suit up. It's K's Sports. In that video, it took me about 11-ish minutes, maybe 11, 13 minutes, but I was also explaining things and putting it on slow. But if I had everything prepared, ready to go, I could probably do it in about 3. It's, it doesn't, I don't know why some guys take a long time because they need to get taped and stuff, but, it still wouldn't take that long. Brick Z on Lazy Walk Around the Island says, how old are you? I am 40. Football uniform suit up. Kristen Hall says, I play receiver. What position do you play? Middle linebacker. On that video, I didn't say what position I played. It was technically a cornerback. That's why I was wearing number 24. But I didn't think that video was actually going to go as popular as it did. So I didn't explain much about football. It's just putting on my gear. Because I saw I Know Football did that. And I was like, hey, that's actually a pretty cool idea. Brixie says, I always thought you looked like a college Tebow. I don't look like Tim Tebow in any fashion. And I am not even in the quintuple digits of like 1/10,000th as devoted towards Sky Daddy as he is. So also says on linebackers just so tired before scrimmage. That's on my live stream that'll happen every Saturday night. For me, that is. It's Saturday day for a lot of you in the United States. It's like 9 a.m. on the Pacific Coast, noon on the East Coast. And this Saturday, I will be having, it's a pre-game day thing. So, yeah, I'll probably be live streaming for about 3 hours. That'll be fun. And everything will be good to go. Rich Kid for Life says, what team do you play for? That's on a practice before live stream. That was last Saturday's video before our scrimmage on Sunday against the Crusaders. I am not in a mood to be entertaining children. I was doing it because it seemed like fun. So with that, there's like 12 replies on that one. I eventually took some out because they started getting very derogatory after a fashion. Not derogatory, but they were getting kind of mean. But what do you expect from someone who hasn't hit puberty yet? I've watched their videos on their channel, and I know that they are not a player for the Amsterdam Crusaders. But I keep poking fun. I'm like, oh, who do you play next? Oh, we don't know yet. How do you not know what game you're playing next? I know I'm playing the Panthers on this Sunday. In fact, I looked at the Crusader schedule. He goes, well, we won't know until the day of. I'm like, bullshit. So, person's trying to fake that they're a player on the Crusaders, but they don't know a lick of Dutch. They don't even know what Dutch is, so. I'm 40. You guys are not going to pull a fast one on me in comments. If I'm entertaining you, it's because I'm toying with you. Rose Care 555 football uniform suit up says, I like your vids. Thank you so much. Mitch McLeod says, good stuff. Really into hockey. This is the pre-scrimmage day. I go, well, you aren't dead. Sort of thing. Micah Hutcherson says he started flag football practice in September 11th. And my state tournament is on October 23rd. And by the way, I wear Nike gloves and cleats, which I wear Nike cleats. I have cutters and Nike gloves. But I was looking for lightly padded gloves for linebacker, running back sort of thing, rather than like the lineman gloves that go halfway down your wrist and just are basically soccer goalie gloves. Very good for linemen, not really good for... Mary Hill says she's been watching me for about 5 years, but they're on their grandma's account. I'm very, very up to date on you guys commenting from your dad's account or your mom's account or your grandma's account or someone that's not actually you. I totally understand that there's a lot of people that don't own their own account because they're not 13 years old. Because they're not over 13 years old. So I'm very aware of that one. When I get something that doesn't have a profile picture and is a very normal name sounding like Mary Hill, yeah. So that's it for comments. It's going to be a quickie video. News. We have our game coming up, first game, season opener for the AFBN. That is American Football Bond Nederlands. That is the League of the Netherlands. We play in the Eredivisie. That's the top Premier League for American football. There is an Eerste Divisie, which is the second division. It's a little weird, but when you look at how they divide their floors, they have a 0 floor and a first floor, whereas in the USA, we would have a first and a second floor. So it's the prime floor and the first floors, distance up. So Eredivisie would be the prime league, and then Eerste Divisie is the next one down. I think at some point the Netherlands had a Tweede Divisie, a second division, which was like 3 levels, but they eventually, those teams got together and decided that they could make a better functional lower division. So now I have the upper division. So now I talk about the upper division and the lower division. And the scores from those games last weekend are, well, everybody blew each other. Everybody got blown out by more than 30 points, right? I don't have Facebook on my phone. Something like that. It was absolutely crazy. Our scrimmage did not go very well near the end. We were having numerous injuries out, and things were not looking good. And so that was that. Again, we have the Amsterdam Panthers, which will be at Crew Field again. So we play the Crew as a scrimmage against, at their field. And since our home field is not technically ready yet, according to municipality of Hilversum, because the grass needs to grow, we are utilizing the Crew field. Well, the Panthers are utilizing the Crew field. They usually play their games out at a rugby field in Amsterdam West, so that's fun. But this time they decided, oh no, we're going to play it at Crew Field, which is fine, but I was literally just there last weekend. But in this case, we will be actually doing special teams and stuff and all that jazz, so fun time. But you guys will see that same turf field again, and everybody's all, rest in peace knees, elbows and stuff. I'm pondering wearing some undergear just to help protect against some of that stuff, because I'm going to be in as much of the game as I can, unless for some reason my shoulder wants to go flying off like Bucky's, or something. I'm completely missing an arm. But anyways, so this will be the first league game that has been played in the Netherlands since, well, at least for the Eredivisie, since February, because we had 2 games. We had Utrecht and then Rotterdam, and we played Utrecht at home, and then we went out to Rotterdam, and then that happened. Like, we were having a week, we're gonna play the Crew the very next week, but they said, no, we gotta shut the country down because the world is in the process of shutting down. And that was 2020. It is now gonna be October 3rd, 2021. So it's been like 18 months since an Eredivisie League game has played in the Netherlands. We did have a scrimmage last year against a Belgian team, and we did scrimmage the Crew this last weekend, but that's not quite the same. And I feel a little bad considering there was so much weather and stuff that with the 3 games that were supposed to play that weekend when we played Rotterdam, that their fields were messed up and they had delayed their games, or they tried to move locations but couldn't at the last minute. And so 2 of the 3 games that weekend weren't even played. And since Rotterdam has shares with like a rugby field and turf, we were relatively okay despite the fact that we had horrendous wind and could barely pass as is. But we still got it. We still won. It was great. So, but that was that. Apparently in ELF news, the Frankfurt Galaxy, the Frankfurt team, they won the ELF. They beat the Hamburg Sea Devils. And if you guys have been with the channel long enough, when I first moved here to Europe, I actually went down to Dusseldorf and watched a football game. It was the Elmshorn Fighting Pirates against Dusseldorf Panthers. And I got to actually, meet my friend Justin Hans for the first time in real life. And his team, through the successive years, moved up to the GFL 1, but then Corona hit and threw everything for a whack. However, they have recently, because everything got thrown for all of it and nothing, they wound up getting, reforming down at, GFL 6. But they went through this entire recent season completely undefeated and are now getting promoted to the next GFL level. So next year, I think they're in 6, so they'll be in GFL 5 or whatever that's, Oberliga, something like that. I forget what their names are called. But then they'll run through that one and most likely beat that level and then move up to the GFL 4. Because, yeah. Anyways, so that's pretty much that for this video. There are going to be links below. I can't think of any off the top of my head for YouTube videos. And up there's going to be a playlist for it, for things that help you get better as a player. So I've had questions on my live stream of how do I run faster? Well, there's just the adage of just run. Get in the right form and just run. Go back to your starting position, run. How do you lift better? Well, how do you lift weights better? You lift. You lift weights. You make them heavier. When it becomes easy, you make it heavier. Except with running, or sprinting, your 40-yard dash, you're just pushing yourself constantly to the fastest time. Will you have a weak time? Yeah. Will you have a super fast time? Yeah. Will it be your first and your last time? No. It might be if you run 20, your slowest might be your 8th. Your fastest might be your 12th. But, like lifting weights, you'll see a general improvement over time of that. But I'll post links and I'll put it all in a playlist up there that allows you guys to see other things to do. And there's also a playlist down there of stuff I've done to help you get better at football, or to realize skills you can do with very minimal gear. I think one of them was DB linebacker drills, and I had 6 cones, 6 tiny little, what they call it, piloniches. Pylon, tiny little things. Those little, not the full cones, but those little, flat ones. But yeah, I call them the shield volcanoes because I like geology. Volcanology. Anyways, If you like this shirt, it's getting cold, so I brought out the hoodie. You can get these in shirt, tank top, and hoodie form on the merch store. It's listed down below. YouTube is refusing to update from my old previous merch, but if you go to the store, it is sitting there. But anyways, I will chat with you guys. If you're only here for football videos, I'll see you on Monday for a game day vlog. If you watch every other day, you will see me tomorrow, probably having a deeply introspective video.